see. Orders on Zoo. Snowball lands. There's not much he can do. Ult hits and does a grand deal of nothing. Barrier comes out. Follows him through the dashes. Kiana's a slippery little assassin, but is not good enough to get away from the slice and the dice. And he just runs into the ring of fire. Accepts to take things his own way. Honorable death in the ring of fire. Xiaohu wins the 1v1.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Anyone got any emeralds? No, you're trading well in the mid lane. Of course, Knights. Knights to Leah. Oh, flash heal going forwards. Where's the root coming through? Q lands. Waves hit 2, hook lands 2. On gets the CC. Does Way want to fly in? I don't think so. So, Ignite blind from On, heal burn available. Grubs on the top side. 2 camp advantage from Way, who's feeling pretty happy about things with those Scuttle Crabs being those camps. 10 should be going towards Grubs, but do you want to see if we can find an angle in mid lane first? Well, Dragon takes a long time to kill. This is the thing. Dragon takes a long time to kill. And as you can see, Way's pulled off of it. Goes towards the Scuttle Crab instead. No, he gets it anyway. Okay, the burn comes through. I was wondering whether that W the wrong direction had put him in a bad spot. Knight goes through. Has flash. Uses it. Ult for flash. Not a bad trade there for BLG. Jen will now go towards the Grubs. Worth noting, though, while this is happening, Way can still keep clearing through his camps. He can get himself towards level 6. Oh, they both have level 6. Well, he has level 6 already. Gets red buff maybe for this fight. If he gets red buff, Way is in a big point of power. Tian will get it. And he'll start clearing himself now. Had in a lot of games. A lot of the time, problem isn't about BLG fighting from ahead. It's about getting to that point in the first place. Good wrap around. Didn't mean that much damage after. Second Harpium doesn't hit. It's still on. Uses the Aftershock on the clone. That does happen, by the way. You can proc Aftershock on clones. Dragon now started up. They'll spot the ward. Wait, but no, this is going on. Don't spot that other ward, though. Of course, Knight doesn't have that. Well, he does have the sweeper himself, but I think he would have. Well, not going to lead to that much, luckily, for them. Equalizer coming through. Breed doing well in the individual matchup, actually. He's doing very well. Breed's own best. You're meant to be coming through. Why are you not here? Ah, ward. Get vision control all along here. Done a very good job of getting vision control. Air will use that clone to scout ahead. Tian, he's down a ward. What's coming through? Teleport in from the Galio. They have the Galio ult. Remember, Shojin on Breathe. He has that one item, and they don't get everything. And here comes the Ambassador. Galio on top of it, and here comes the Skarner. Where is the Impale? Could be crucial. They're in the choke point now, and they haven't gotten themselves the best kills. That will certainly help, though. Take down Shinzao. Take down Rumble. The damage is still there from the Varus and the Talia, and they start to clean up, though, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. Knight flashes away from the Ambassador and tries to get some damage around. Light tries to kill Lilk on the other side. Knight still firing. Doesn't have a flash to continue that kill, and the arrow doesn't either. Ends up being 2 for 1, all things said and done, in favor of Waybo. Make that 3 as Light gets the snipe. It shows exactly why it's got such a reputation there. Guess we'll see a replay of that at some point. Breathe coming in with the Shojin. Didn't go for that Eclipse first. We've seen some of the Theories skipping Eclipse recently too. Going towards the Shojin, the Black Cleaver instead. Feels like Eclipse is just a 4 grubs to 2. X flash over. Find out air here. We'll find that out. It comes through, and the Shinzao gets value as well. And Pop Blossom goes on cooldown, but doesn't even knock anyone up. Kaiser has ultimate. Do they go forwards again? Tia goes forwards. Elk goes over the wall. Galliwell's pulled as well. But in comes Knight. Everyone coming to the play. And it's a massive impale. Oh, TM, you beauty. 3-man impale versus BLG. Way will try and turn it around, but it is oh so late. BLG not judging their fights well and getting torn apart. What has happened to BLG? This team is in free fall. 7 kills to 2. Wait. Bin now next on the menu. Another wall stun. Tien on the Skarner, showing what this champion is absolutely goddamn broken. Skarner will comes through. But it's just so... I mean, the combo... Now that's better. The combo comes through. This is where the Varusol should have been used before. Kills off Tien. Importantly so. Well, BLG falling behind the pace of the game. 2,000 gold behind. More than that now, actually. 2.5. 30 seconds... Not 30 seconds. Herald is now up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds till the Dragon's back up again. Dragon a piece. You gotta start wondering a little bit, don't you? BLG 4-4, Waybo the same. This is a mid-table clash now, folks. Two of our world's representatives the last 2 years. Falling on hard times. Herald started up. Waybo do have that flash Nico ult. Light can also keep checking with his W as well. Has the Rage, like 2 items on that Kai'Sa already. Insane. Teleport coming in from the Galio. Breathe, what'll he do? Skarner again only gets that onto the Nautilus this time. He was locked in place too. Galio gets onto the Shinzo, and Elk is caught again. He doesn't flash the Ambassador and dies. Elk with a huge mistake. BLG with a huge mistake, taking a fight where they couldn't close the angles. Fishing from Elk in general. Positioning. Flashy, hang on a second, they're going forwards again. Going on towards maybe the Nico this time. Breathe. Get the Varus on top of air. Oh my god, it's a lot of damage. Away, my dude, you have no support. Where is the equalizer? Oh, it's in between the middle of the team and achieves oh so little. It equals 0. A double taunt from Xiaohu. Knight, the only member left alive, wondering what has happened to my team. Knight has flash and he might need to use it. Yes, he does. BLG have been high voltage and it's attached to their own cranium. Hextech Dragon taken by Waybo. BLG looking like a shadow of their former selves, or as Waybo finding themselves a bit more pace. I don't get what Elk was doing in those last series of plays. Wave will be caught out by Tien now. Gets into a taunt. The vision control, oh so nasty from Waybo. And Way goes down. Again! Flash ult from Tien. Will not catch out Elk. Equalizer into the choke point. Nautilus comes through. That's the hook on top of it. The Galio keeps him safe. And once again, Elk is caught. This Varus is not known safety. Bin has flash. That's why he body blocks that one. Someone had to take that Galio, that Skarner knock into the wall. Just so happened to be Bin. Waybo on so many good Skarner ults going forward. I think he's been absolutely pivotal. Of course, Light gets the lion's share of the gold. I think Tien has been my player of the game. Fantastic ults. Choosing angles through the wall. The vision control from Waybo. Gets them a series of picks before the Atacon comes down. And BLG don't have cross maps. They're not cross mapping well today, which has been another one of their hallmarks of style. And BLG, they've used their mistakes. Way has flash. That's not a battle into there. Where's the equalizer? Here it comes. Not bad into the choke point. Breathe. Doesn't get onto it this time. The Varusol doing good work. Tien goes down into the Atacon, but the Nautilus is already dead. Knight gonna get jumped onto. Way. Not bad damage on the other side of it. Light still alive though. BLG giving a good fight for the state in the game, but they still lose 2. And the withdrawal on the other side will come back onto the map much quicker. Still hard though, isn't it? Skarner is so valuable with that wall stun. Tien will start it up. They'll give up the dragon. Game's not done yet, I suppose. 9,000 gold feels about as good as done. Galio has 10 stacks on the Dark Seal. Oh, as if it wouldn't get any worse. Breed's Ambassador as good as always, forcing flashes with every ult. On the same page as the team. Their drafting has been off. Waybo on the other side. They've always been the consistently inconsistent team. Losing and winning it against all comers. Baron started up. Are we going for a flip? Might well be it. Tien has that ultimate potentially to do something a little bit silly. Equalizer into the pick and also make things pretty interesting too. Wade doesn't have flash, but he can E over. Xiaohu will look towards a taunt. Someone needs to block for him. Breathe goes in as well. There goes the Galio. Tien over the wall. Elk is safe right now. So is Knight, but the Rumble goes down. Light is burning. And now actually, that's the Kai'Sa out of the play. That's 1 kill back. The hook back in. Both damaging members of BLG do have some potential. Knight gets a shove back, but I just don't think they have the gold. After all said and done, they play the fight well, but it is much too late. Knight goes back in. It's a Hail Mary. He will get the 1,000 gold shut down, but that's all you can do. It is all you can do. A 4,000 damage team. Light gets a good fight. The fight is just immediately over. And that's one checklist with BLG need to make sure does not go right. Hook goes forwards, but it's onto a tank. Goes onto the Zhonya Su. On. Can he get an ult through onto anyone? No, not just yet. Breathe. Was wondering whether he could pull that ult. On. Still has flash. Still has ult. He will die for this ult, but he needs to get something air her. Not able to get a big ult onto the back line. Light gets way down. Hextech soul for Waybo. Elk flashing forwards and doesn't get kills, but he's flashing onto a Nico. Knight left alone on the backside. Both carries making mistakes. And Waybo pouncing mercilessly. Light has been so disgusting. Hextech Soul will slow very shortly after this. The root comes through, and Elk looking more like a fawn. Teleport into the mid lane. Weibo will take game 1 of this series, surely. Breathe. Great game from him on the Ambassador as well. 7-0 and 14. However, you can't help but notice there is a 16-1 and 12 Kaiser in the game. BLG did not punish it in lane, did not stop it in team fights. And the light is blinding. BLG fall at the hands of Waybo in game 1. We'll have to reconsider for game 2. The Rakan would have had better laning phase. Rel does break the shields of Karma, though, worth noting. As well they should be. Way stuck around. No flash on Light. Does have the barrier. Remember, only that one piece of CC. Knockup comes through. Ezreal jumps in. Double crash down. And a root on the turret. Elk goes onto the aggro. Air has nothing left. So, all things said and done, On makes the crucial decision now. Because it's another camp steal away. Gets the smite hit through. Smack. That's a flash force. Tien still has the flash himself. Bin, no CC. This is the problem with the Gwen. You don't have any CC to set up your team. Imagine if that was a Renekton instead. It'd be a dead Tien. Can't do it. Grub started up. Early game back to even. Mid lane 10 CS down for Knight, actually. Don't know how he lost that much CS. Ah, it's because he's moving around the map and he's dropped a wave to bot lane so they could pick it up. The reason why Elk is now ahead in farm is because he picked up the farm which was meant to go to Knight. Two grubs taken. Smite available for the third. 3 grubs for BLG. Dragon not taken yet. Shahu. Ah. That's not where he wants to be, but Q misses. What's going to come up? Wei could follow him through this if he wanted, but maybe not the best idea. On not the best accuracy with staying in topside. Ah, and he's stopped that recall again. On will be on the run this time. Gets that W. Flashes to follow. Now that's the kind of play you want to see out of him. He's full HP. Does have Ghost. He does have Needlework. Jin's coming down. Down that river. See how much value he can get. Where's the W? Where is that W? Magnet Storm comes in. Oh, Bin. Oh, Bin. Caught out well out of position. Needlework does a lot of value. I don't think it's going to matter all the same, though, and Air ends up securing the kill. It goes a little as well. Very nearly took him down. If there was another toe shot, maybe could have gone towards that. Waybo not going towards a contest on the grubs. That means that at least 5 are going their way, you'd have to imagine, with the smite coming through. Tien no flash to go for a smite steal for that one. It is 5. Uses the smite, so Tien will be safely able to get that 6. No contest. Ah, just trying to see. Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is wait a little longer on your smite and use it like that. Exactly. On the other side to make things interesting, like uses that Ghost Blade. The common build on Jin nowadays, using that Ghost Blade to get the extra movement speed. Air goes for the Magnet Storm, and this time it's going to be Bin caught out again. Bin! Just not in the right places. Suddenly now Jin starts to open up 2 kills very quickly down. E forced out. And while they lose grubs, Waybo pick up some good kills, and this Gwen is not getting the value that she'd quite like. Ari wasn't at the play. BLG just didn't expect an aggressive play to come through there, I don't think. Teleport coming through. Pantheon ult coming through. Elk doesn't have that cleanse. Was blown earlier by Tien, and it means he can't escape the CC combo. There's a 4th shot. Don't even need to use it. Tien takes the kill instead. Elk overextended. Team has failed to hold up their end of the bargain on the other. Bin just uses W. Uses the needlework. Will look towards a bit of a kill. Does get himself a good needlework there. Ignite is dropped onto him. Remember, he has that grasp for extra healing. He saves himself this time. Importantly so, Ezreal ult's not going to get the kill. Goes wide. Surviving. Nice. Plenty of health there. Good Q return. Still has his ultimate. Actually, next time the cooldowns come up, Knight actually might look for a bit of a return back through here. Best I think you can do is force the ultimate out on the other side. Can he get himself a follow to the ult? No. He will force Shahu out of the lane for that play. I don't think he had it at the start of it, actually, but big XP advantage. Means at least that'll give him some value. Wait, starting down that dragon. First dragon of the game. Very late picked up. But it goes over towards BLG. That's where they started. On, caught out. Ah, he's on vision there. Great Magnet Storms across the game from the young support player. On does still have flash. Has that renewal. Doesn't get to use it, though. Gets shot in the head. Domed by light. Way will go down too. Why are they taking fights like this? On caught out. Knight coming around. Does have his ult again. Now can he start cleaning up? Tien's in the brush. Knight gonna get seen off. Jhin ult comes through. Second third comes through. Cleanse as well. L doesn't have enough now. Knight tries to go and peel for his AD carry. Not gonna be enough. Tien has a Q and kills. Knight has flash, has one last ult charge. Will at least get our safety from that. Might need to save his ult for something else. Stops right on that side. Pantheon play. Forcing summoners, chasing down for extra cooldowns. Judging the long trade. But BLG's mistakes, where they don't even use the Cataclysm. He is down here now. Breathe has flash. He can flash out of it, and indeed he does. They have no other CC. They're in CC. That's a good charm, though. Great charm from Ahri. Knight getting something from nothing. Blue buff goes down. Been almost part of that Tien here. He has needlework if he wants to go for a heavy trade. Goes for one part of it. And he uses his ultimate to get out of the pet next part of it. No CC from Bin to cancel that. Grand Starfall. Knight on top side has his ult again. Breathe. Doesn't have the flash. There is a Cataclysm coming up in a couple of seconds. Does he want to use it? Yeah, I think he does. Ult forwards. Let's get some stacks towards that Ahri. Give it over towards the Way Jarvan instead. Kill on the top side. Tower taken. BLG. This is a little bit more like another Dragon 2 be taken in this time. And this would be the third, not the second. Waybo will go towards it anyway. 2 items towards Tien, who is still very, very strong. 2 items on the way for Way, but still a little off it. I clear out some vision. On. Oh, flashes forward. Ult comes through, but the root does first, and the charm comes after. They have next to no CC, but they use all their limited amount to get that kill. Well out of position, though. Should have ulted a little earlier. Chooses not to. Bin avoids the Magnet Storm this time, but still gets punted back. Here comes the Pantheon, and they will start to rain hell down on Bin. They'll go towards this top lane turret. Can they take the whole thing? Jace is a very good tower killer. Half the turret immediately gone. They'll give the solo goad over to Jace. Why not? Hypercharger again. Waybo find that advantage just as BLG find a pick on the other side. Ult again. Why is on here? Goes down, and just as he makes a great play, goes down and Elk is back out. This is going to leave open an inhibitor turret. Just after a great play from On. Makes a disastrous to one by dying in the topside jungle. You are not tanky. You had just used flash. Light will take a turret, and Waybo explode the map. BLG, what have you done? As the cooldowns are down and the HP bars are low. This is desperation, but this is what you're led to. Ult forwards, Light has himself flash, has barrier. Knight wants to try and predict it, can't do it. There comes the Cataclysm. Knight outplaying for now, but will it be enough? Here comes Tien, trying to get a turn around, and will look for it. Is there a reset? Yes, there is. Close enough, and the Q will claim it. Does he have enough now to deal with Jarvan? Way misses the combo. Bin's up here now anyway. BLG, the right choice to pull that teleport and to look for a slap back while cooldowns were down and HP bars were low. BLG gets something back. But Elk overstays again. Goes a little too far. Go towards the honey fruit. Do they have the healing? No, they don't. The killer bunny rabbit sinks in the sharp, pointy teeth. And Xiaohu will make... Once again, being caught out in the side lane this game. Teleport coming through. Magnet Storm once again. Stun inside the mist. Breed comes down. Here comes On. Has a bit of healing, but can't save Bin. Bin's Gwen. Seen a lot better days. The Jhin ult to try and split the team fight. The charm comes through, trying to get good damage through, and it will. Knight gets a reset. How much value can he get on his world-famous Ahri? I don't think it's enough. Shield comes through as Jarvan goes down. Elk has some damage in the replay. It looks like the team fight rather has been disengaged. Knight cleans up a little bit. Elk, double buffs. He might have something here too. 2 low health bars here around the corner, and here comes the fight. Good trap pick onto On. Good damage onto Knight as well. He doesn't have flash this time, and El can't save it. Waybo play the smoke and mirrors and come out of the shadows to kill off BLG. There's a cleanse on Elk. I just don't know if it's enough. Yes, maybe it will be. Hops out of that W, and he'll start to get himself a bit of a reset. Another Mega Blast Cone. He'll hit a couple of Qs onto minions. He'll make himself out. Understanding that they have the excess HP bars. Now Dragon will get started. 5,000 gold lead. Wait, we're just choosing fight so much better. Who is shot calling for BLG? Who is shot calling for them? Good. Knight's Ahri is. It's not saving everything, and I don't know whether it's saving Elk either. Has the cleanse, the root hits. But the Mega Blast Cone will get some value. That was a regular Blast Cone. That Jhin ult might have done something. Not there. Oh, Bin. Ah, Bin. Empowered W. Yeah, W comes through from Bin. Decent damage. Goes into the E. Reminder, Tien didn't have to use an ultimate. Get that charm on someone. Turn a fight for yourself. Shahu jumping forwards. Flash from Tien. Not able to get in range. So close to getting on top of Elkdep. Knight can jump over the walls. Manages to buy some cooldowns from Air. Tien caught out as well. He has no flash, remember. And Bin comes in with the needlework. Maybe Tien's made the mistake now. He goes down. But on the other side, Quan goes down too. Bin gets exploded. Who's going to body block for this now? Knight using his extra HP to try and save his teammates. Bin with a huge mistake. One of the worst series from Bin. And one of the worst splits from Bin. I have no idea how Bin died like that for free. That's the fight where you go stasis. That's the fight where you do it. Gets massively turned around on maybe misunderstanding the damage coming through from very bursty side of Waybo when they put everything on the same target. If you have a fourth shot, using that fog of war, they have this vision control here. Needs to be careful. Here comes the combo. Crashes down out of it. Bin going for the needlework? You're using the needlework for all... Okay, well, that's why. Ults on towards Light, but there's no follow-up. All the damage goes towards Air. You put all your damage into the Rel, which meant you couldn't follow up on Light. You do get... Why go all in on Spork? Because it means that the Magnet Storm's not there for a big fight. Oh, Breathe. Bloody hell of damage. Flashes out of the needlework. Breathe. Lucky to be alive. But now Bin. Oh, Bin. It's happened again. Has the Bricales. Gets out safely. Maybe that'll be enough. Here comes Way. Flashing forwards. Light has no summoners. And here comes the Ori. Here come the resets. Knight gets one. He gets two. And he'll be able to finish off another as well. Finally, BLG come to life. Lane's been picked off with a composition made of nuts and bolts. They've cobbled together a spaceship to fly towards the Nexus. Somehow BLG turned it around, and it is just Tien. 10 seconds on Air. I don't think he can do it. It's not a bad E, but I don't think he'll have enough. The wave is cleared. Maybe I'm wrong. Tau goes down. The backdoor bonus comes off. CC from Airhead, not going to be enough. The Nexus will fall, and we will have our 6-game day. How did BLG get away with it? Criminals, the lot of them. But they bring us to 3 games. To the series. In fact, this is a very good draft for them. I think Waybo have struggled with quite a lot here. Is MF better than Xayah here? Damage even on that first rank Q now. Ow. Guess level 3. It has Door and Shield as well. We'll be teleporting back very, very quickly on. Down 5 CS from the other levels. Still will get enough to get himself a hit. You do sometimes go for the fleet footwork, but it's been nerfed so much over time. Breathe, great trade against... Bin, great trade against Breathe. Cassante is not really a great champion anymore. Bin, very happy with how things are going now. Has the empowered ability available again. So just as it felt very fun to play in mid lane, don't see much Cassante nowadays in not in standard lanes. Ow! Great trade coming in from Tien. Way not going across mid lane. Q, it's a little bit different. Smite steal from Way. Does he want to go towards it? No, Way Tien goes towards it instead. Needs to be careful of the wall stun. Ignite goes down. Goes over the wall. On doesn't go for the wall stun. I think there was an angle. Most was Tien coming across mid lane and Way not covering. That was the timer where the Lilia comes across that map, that part of the map, because it's the Raptor respawn, right? And now what's happening now is Elk and On have to go towards bot side anyway to make sure that this Assassin is safe. The Way's not pushing in on the time in which they thought it would be, because they showed mid lane and they knew that Knight would then go towards bot lane instead. Can you how much of this wave can you pick up? If you get level 6 off it, it's fine. Okay. Level 6 off the end of that wave. Okay, now that's okay. That's fine now. He gets level 6. You can now walk up, force pulse, ult backwards. A little easier now. Dragon taken by Waybo. Growth by BLG. Alright. Ultimate comes through from the Nocturne first to the game. This can cancel out by the Alistair, getting great pulverize through that. Light has the ultimate. Here comes the ult from the Lilia. But the Rift Walk saves a lot of that. The Jinx throws the ultimate too, but here comes Xiaohu. Split fight, not really sure about this one. Double shockwave as Knight flashes into it. Knight wants to kill Light before he can get the bullet time, but goes too far. Jinx out of the play. And BLG lose the early fight. Xiaohu outplays his Knight. A rare mistake from him. Getting caught out by the bullet time. Not by the shockwave, just like that. Xiaohu roams down quicker. And BLG, another early game, which they've misplayed. Started with them. It went from 6 CS down to being 20 CS. It's because BLG kept rotating Elk to get the farm instead of Knight. Just before that level 6 mark, that player on the bot side lost him a lot of farm. Xiaohu picked it up instead. Elk picks some up. Light doesn't have flash, but doesn't walk up far enough for it to be a problem. Light goes down. Realistically, the farm which Knight is down is stuff which Elk has been picked up. And I just think in the early game, you need 3 ups to 3. As Waybo picked up the top side just before that. Oh, double swirl seed. Why are they stacked like that? Nocturnal comes through. On, burning down. And will die. The Leandries in the passive, killing on. Nothing to save him there. Tien takes the kill. BLG, they just don't know how to play the early game, do they? The early games, the first 10 to 15 minutes have been poor. There's no two ways about it. Poor early games. Light, popping takedown this dragon. That's 2 dragons to the side of Weibo. 3 kills on the Lilia. Lilia, one of the better champions against Cast. This is Xiaohu. He's won 3 MSI titles, the most of any player ever. A uniquely successful player in semi-finals to get towards that finals. Caught out. Does have flash. Bit of trouble now. Blows the ignite. Uses that, I suppose he has Nimbus Cloak for all of that. Oh, gets out with a flash. Nocturne's coming down it. Wait, what are you doing here? Wasting the ultimate. That's a huge overinvestment. A player BLG have not had the early game to enable such picks. And we can see that being a problem now. There's no... Hang on a second. Wave flashing forwards for the fear. Comes across. Flash a little bit late. Shockwave gets some kind of value. But there's a spell shield on top of it. Swellsy comes through. Nice teleported back as well. Red buff goes to Xiaohu. Bins pulled himself through with the ult. Part of the fabric of the LPL history now. I think a lot of people who watch LPL have heard my voice at some point. I guess most people who watch, I'll Dominate or Cadril instead. But if people actually watch the main broadcast and the co-streamers actually had the volume up, maybe they heard me as well. Hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes the co-streamers turn off the mainstream. Of course, we don't have that main broadcast now, which is sad, all things said and done. Xiaohu. Altering up this turret, getting some good damage. Phase Rush activated. Soaks the tower shot with the E. Perhaps has a bit of cooldown reduction now. Yuntal for Elk. Dragon started up. Sold point for Waybo if they get it, but there's no contest coming from BLG. 3k down. Waybo, I mean, Tien's had a hell of a series. No, there isn't Blue Tail. I do mention this every so often. It's not a dig anthem, of course not. LPL English, which is also live on Twitch right now. Hang on a second, what's happening here? Ooh, not coming through. An gold slightly decrease. Hang on a second. That's a Orianna with flash. There's an Alistar behind them. Poppy throws the ult. Shockwave's gonna... Wei can die here. Wei can die. Is he gonna use the flash? I mean, it comes through with the Mikhails, but Wei, his wonderful and awful things. JDG up there too, but Weibo have been doing it longer than IG in this current era of LPL. Tien starts the dragon, Knight killing the tower. You're not giving Mountain Soul for this, surely. Teleporting in now, takes the turret, and tries to play the best of both worlds. Going down to 2/3 HP. Here comes the Pop Hill. Here comes the Nocturnal as well. On. It cancels the channel. Dragon, still on half HP. This would be Soul for Waybo. Wei has no ult now. Needs a flash. Needs a good smite key. Still bullet time available. BLG fighting down a single angle. That's a problem. Air can hold the front line. Here comes Poppy. And away goes the Lilia. Is it enough? Is it enough? The Dragon's stolen by Knight. The Cassidon steals the Soul Dragon, but at what cost? 2 down already. Maybe a third. Knight will try and hopscotch and gets out for now. Can he escape the full time? The Maker Rain will come through. Has a little bit of cooldown reduction. The bowling ball will miss. Knight has gotten away with larceny and murder. The dragon gets out alive. Knight, how does he do it? I have no idea how he did it. Now, Atacam will go down. That'll last Weibo over to the Baron spawn. course, while this happens too, BLG did lose kills in that fight. They lost the fight. But BLG get themselves a man and dragon and will stop the soul coming through. Important wins for BLG. Dumb presence around top side. They have no vision. It becomes a bit of a problem. That's actually Baron getting started up. Wait, has GA, could fly into the pit. I don't know if you can steal another objective like this. Knight has to walk up and just see what happens. I think they see it now. Puts a ward over. Air has spotted as well. L hasn't really gotten himself a reset this game either. So what is Jinx being in power important? Not really getting much done here. The Renekton similarly not really achieving much so far in this game. Shockwave flashed away from. Flash down, but important cooldown missing now for Waybo. Bin getting jumped on again. Tien, does he walk forward even further? He has himself Seekers too. He can go even further. He has the flash. He goes onto the bot lane of BLG. How much can BLG do to disengage? Another cooldown used. Tien using that flash, using that ultimate, no shockwave. I think Weibo killed Dragon. How much can Knight do? Has his flash back up. Dragon started. BLG forced out of the river. Getting burst down. Do they have vision on it? No, they don't. I don't know. They might be letting this go over. There it goes. All right. You can use that Nocturne ult. There you go. Knight coming in. Going in. Where is the smite? It's going down to an Orianna gets it this time. Both mid laners claiming what they can. Knight taken out of the pit, but the fight is going to BLG. Resets for the Jinx, but is it enough? Elk is trying his best. The flash is out of the pit. They're almost enough to save the fight. I don't know if it is. Another reset comes through. Tien has himself the ultimate, and there's no cleanse. This time Xiao who flashes forward. Where is Knight? He has that level 16, but does he have the mana? I don't think he does. And BLG, despite getting the resets and the level 16 on the Cassin, it is not enough. BLG. Elk on the table. Elk, you would have thought with that reset, maybe it would have been enough. No, not this time. Tien ruling the day on that Lilia. 5-0-3. Xiao flashing over the wall. This mid jungle from Weibo putting in so much work. And sadly on the other side, Wei has been catastrophically poor in this game on the Nocturne, achieving so little. The Baron will go to Weibo. And BLG is going to do much. Nocturne is basically a vision denial bot at this point. Have they gone too far, though? Renekton on a long flank. Knight on one side. Airho going to try and close the door. Bullet time hard to pull off from this kind of angle. Here comes the Orianna, and there goes the front line. Here comes the Renekton. This might be the fight that they've been looking for, but it's the Nocturne that goes down first, and the shockwave is brilliant. The bullet time also gets value, and the resets just never come. BLG have been wiped by Weibo, and Weibo will put BLG down to a negative record of 4-5. Weibo Gaming consistently inconsistent, on top, 5-4 in Group Ascend. Jungle difference to the max. Look at that smile on your screen, Tien. 2019 World Finals MVP.